Hi guys, I'm Ree. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a new babe, hit the subscribe button because you're gonna want to stay. If you're returning, hey besties, it's so good to see you again. We're back with another meal prep video. I know. I told you I'm really challenging myself to be more consistent with these because I gotta get my eating back together. I need to get my life back together. And I know it didn't come on a Saturday, but it's coming on a Sunday. So hopefully you guys are still trying to figure out what you're gonna eat for the week. And worry no more because I have 3 recipes that are sure to spice up your meal plan for the week. I'm not even gonna hold you. We're not even gonna keep this long. You guys can pause here to read my disclaimer. I'm not a professional, never claimed to be, just showing you what I ate in this past week and I wanted to share with you guys because I'm trying to give you the creative food inspo. Remember, eating healthy doesn't have to be hard or boring, and with these recipes, is neither. The grocery list and the recipes for this meal prep will be down below in the description box. Just go ahead and click the link. It's a cute little PDF. I have everything set up for you, so if you're interested in that, go on ahead and check that out. And without further ado, let's just jump into this meal prep. So for our first recipe, we're getting into a chicken Caesar pasta salad, which I think is the perfect balance because it's like you want pasta salad, but you also want it to be lighter, so why don't we mix the two of them? And so these are the ingredients that you are going to need. Basics like chicken, lettuce, salad dressing, seasonings of choice, and of course some cheese, because what's a Caesar salad without cheese? It just shouldn't exist. So to begin, we're gonna boil a pot of water and we're gonna salt it really well and then add our pasta and basically just prepare it as the box tells us to. Once it's done boiling, we're gonna go ahead and drain it in the sink, and I'm also going to rinse it with cold water. And you wanna make sure that if your water is really salty, that you do a good job at rinsing off the residual salt, just so you know it's not like, too salty, overly salty. Then I'm gonna set that aside and move right on over to our chicken. So I'm using 2 chicken breasts and I just kind of clean them up just a little bit, removing all that extra like fat and all the good stuff, or maybe not the good stuff, just the stuff we don't want. And then I'm gonna go ahead and slice them into bite-sized pieces. I did clean my chicken off camera. If you're not cleaning your chicken, please do so. I just put mine in a bowl of cold water and some vinegar and a little bit of ice, and I just let it sit for a little bit. I don't know about you, but I'm going to spray down anywhere I have raw meat. So I use a little bit of bleach. You can use something that's a little bit less toxic, but bleach is going to work for me every time in this kitchen. Now, once all the chicken has been cut, I'm going to move it to a bowl and I'm going to season it generously with the seasonings on the screen. We season with what? Exactly. We season with love over here. So, you can't really taste test because, unless you want salmonella, I don't recommend that. But definitely just use your best judgment. I go really heavy-handed with the seasonings that don't have salt in it. I do watch for salt, but all the other ones like the garlic powder, paprika, all that, just sprinkle extra that on there. Now that everything has been seasoned, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the chicken into a skillet that has already been preheated with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to cook this chicken all the way through because why? Did you forget? We don't eat pink chicken, okay? We don't do it. It's not acceptable. Not here, not now, not ever. So go on ahead and cook your chicken till it's got great color on the outside and it's cooked all the way through. Check it a million times if you need to, but because it's in bite-sized pieces, it shouldn't really take you that long. Now it's time to assemble and we're going to spill a lot. I don't know what was going on with me, but as soon as I turn this camera on, stuff just starts going wrong. So I got these glass meal prep containers off of Amazon. They'll be linked down below at my storefront. And I'm gonna start by evenly distributing the cooked pasta, followed by the chicken. I tried to let it cool, but it was still kind of warm. And then we're going in with the romaine and then a little bit of Parmesan cheese because we love a little Parmesan cheese razzle dazzle. Then I pop the lids on and I'm gonna put them in the fridge. I did not put the dressing dressing in them because my dressing was a little on the thicker side and I didn't want it to get stuck in the bottom of the jar. Like that would just make me upset. So when I'm ready, I'm going to show you my assembly because it's my favorite part. So when you're ready to have your salad, go on ahead, pour it into a bowl, drizzle with your favorite Caesar dressing. This Ken's Steakhouse, I think that's the brand. This brand is thebomb.com. Drizzle a little bit on there, mix it all up, and then of course add some more red chili flakes because you know that's my girl. That's my homegirl, okay? Like I love her. And that is a Caesar pasta salad. Next up, we are making a burger bowl, a cheeseburger bowl kind of deal. I don't know why it's taking me so long to make this recipe, but I love it. It's definitely in my meal rotation going forward because it's so quick and so good. You need some ground turkey or ground beef, some cheese, pickles, onions, potatoes. What else did I have? Tomatoes. Everything is just moving very, very fast. Y'all saw it in the previous clip. So first I'm going to start off by making my fries, and you know, we're making them healthy by not deep frying them. I feel like I can't deep fry anything, to be completely honest with you. So we are making fries in the air fryer. So I'm going to go ahead and wash the potato because I'm not peeling it. And then I'm going to cut them into some thin strips so that we get some crispy fries. And I'm going to put them in some cold water and allow them to just soak while I get the rest of my ingredients prepped. Then moving on, we're gonna be making some caramelized onions because you know how they put those onions on McDonald's burgers? They're not caramelized, but you know the onions I'm talking about. I was kind of going for that, but I'm a little sensitive to raw onions. So we're gonna go ahead and caramelize them. So I'm just finally chopping up an entire white onion to get ready to make some caramelized onions. Now that my onions are cut, I'm gonna go ahead and drain my french fries and put them on some paper towels and blot them dry because we want them to crisp up in the air fryer. So I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes to just dry them off and then transfer them into a bowl before seasoning. Then look at me making a mess, okay? Yeah, this is what we do. This is cooking. This is my life. I am gonna go ahead and start sauteing my onions for my caramelized onions, and I have just about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil in the pan, and I'm gonna saute over medium heat. And then we're gonna go ahead and season with the seasonings on the screen again. Generously. Season with love. Season with your heart, okay? Definitely watch for the salty ones, but them other ones, use as much as you want. And we're gonna go ahead and let them cook on the stove, low and slow, until they're pretty much done. Then back to our french fries, we're using the same seasonings, maybe just a few extra ones. I like to add a little bit of parsley flakes for some color, drizzle with a little bit of olive oil, and then I was going to toss them with the tongs and it just wasn't doing it. So I'm using my hands. You don't have to use your hands, and you don't have to comment about me using my hands because I'm eating it, okay? And I don't mind that I touched my food. Your hands are your best utensils, so go ahead and use them. And we're gonna pop them in the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 17 minutes. Moving back to my caramelized onions, they look really good. I added some water and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce off camera for that extra little bit of color. And they're still not done just yet, but they look real good. I mean, look at the little texture shots. Look at the simmering. Look at the bubbling. It tastes as good as it looks, I promise. So we're gonna continue to let them soften up and caramelize as I'm making my burger mixture, which is really just some ground turkey and those same basic seasonings, okay? Go ahead, you know how to ground turkey. You just put it in a little hot pan with a little bit of oil, add your seasonings and break it up. I'm using the spatula. I like the spatula because I feel like it does a really good job at breaking up the meat. And then also I'm gonna add about 1/4 of a cup of water off camera. You won't see it, but I added it because the meat looked a little bit dry and it worked together so good. Now for my favorite part, which is assembly, we're gonna go ahead and add some lettuce, a little bit of the fries, and then we're gonna pile high some of that turkey mixture, sprinkle on a little bit of cheddar cheese. I chopped some pickles and tomatoes off camera, so I'm putting those on the side. And then of course we are topping the burger mixture off with the caramelized onions, and chef's freaking kiss, y'all. Literally, this meal was a 10 out of 10, okay? I am not a ketchup person. I'm not a mayo person. I am very much a mustard person. So I drizzled just a little bit of spicy mustard on that, and it was oof. Y'all, you know what? Just go ahead and make it. And finally, we have some chocolate dipped apples. I mean, who wouldn't eat it, because everything with chocolate is better. So you're gonna go ahead and get you some apples, your chocolate of choice, a little bit of peanut butter, some salted peanuts, and a little bit of oil. I'm using coconut oil, but you can omit it completely or use whatever one you want. So to start, I'm gonna go ahead and break up my chocolate into small pieces and pop it in the microwave with a little bit of coconut milk. But again, you can use whatever oil you want. Then I'm gonna go ahead and wash and slice up my apples into these rounds, and then you're gonna go ahead, I do not have an apple corer, but I did have my little baking tips that I usually use to pipe icing onto cakes and cupcakes, so that's what I use. But if you have an apple corer, please use that. You're gonna go ahead and remove the core of each apple until all the cores have been removed. Now that all of the apple cores have been moved, I'm gonna put my apples on a lined baking sheet. I'm using plastic wrap, but you can use parchment paper, whatever you want. Then once my chocolate was heated, I'm gonna go ahead and mix it until all the chocolate is completely melted and smooth. And look at her. This is probably my favorite part of this meal prep, because look at the chocolate. Look at it. Now you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna dunk each apple slice into the chocolate on both sides, and then tap off the excess before placing on a baking rack. Now that all the apples have been dunked in the chocolate, I'm gonna sprinkle with just a little bit of chopped peanuts, okay, just for a little extra crunch. And then I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle on some peanut butter, make it look all aesthetic. I mean, obviously it tastes good too, but like, you know, it's giving aesthetic. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in the freezer. Here is what they look like right out of the freezer. I do keep mine in the freezer, and then when I'm ready to have one or two of them, I'll set them out for 5 to 6 minutes so I don't break a tooth, because frozen apples are rock hard, okay? I had to learn from experience, but just let me learn that lesson for the both of us. Let them defrost just a little bit, but these are them. They're the perfect sweet treat, and they'll definitely satisfy your chocolate cravings. All right, guys, so this is gonna conclude this week's meal prep. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite recipe. I think the Caesar pasta salad was my absolute favorite. Like, everything was top tier, but there's something about a Caesar salad that's gonna do it every time. Okay? It's gonna do it every single time. I hope that you guys are enjoying these videos. If there's something that you guys wanna see, a recipe that you want me to try, please also leave it down below in the comment section too, because I'm trying to try new things as well, okay? Like, I could always use some inspo from you guys as well, so feel free to share it down below. And with that, I'm just gonna leave you off here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also be sure to turn on your post notifications. That way you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And until next time, babes, I'll see you in my next.